How do you view this misplaced sentimentality for some long gone Arab India détente?
Good evening, Rahul. Look, I'm not surprised by it. The fact of the matter is that the only thing worse than those horrifying videos and reports of Israelis being butchered and the babies and those rapes, and it's gut wrenching. That butchering by terrorists. The only thing worse than that are the visuals of Indians supporting Hamas and trying to balance out these atrocities as some sort of just revenge. Rahul, reams are being written and reels are being recorded on the current Gaza war, and they will be repeated ad nauseum when more such wars happen, as they are sure to. Should we analyze what is happening or why is it happening? The fact of the matter is that the Arab-Israeli problem is not as old as 1948. Just like the India-Pakistan problem is not as old as 1947. These problems are exactly 1391 years old. For that is when the Jews and the polytheists and the non-believers were othered and marked and stamped. Rahul, peace of mind was fought over much before peace of land. You think the Hamas charter that says that the day of judgment will not come until Muslims fight Jews and kill them, do you think that charter took birth only in 1988? Rahul, there was no Israel before 1948. So why was it that the real nudge to Hitler for exterminating Jews was given by Muslims? Was there a land dispute then? No. And this is where we can analyze and reach nowhere until we address the genesis of the problem. Rahul, Israel has given up voluntarily land that belonged to Egypt, to Syria, to Jordan, to Palestine. Why would an evil force do that? Truth is, there is sanction to kill, abuse, persecute Jews, and unless we address this, the hatred is not going to go away. Have you ever wondered that a small sliver of land surrounded by the richest, the wealthiest nations in the world, the Arab states, remains the poorest when the same nations have converted deserts into Dubai? And yet, Gaza remains the poorest, filthiest, sickest, most dangerous of places in the world. Why? Because they want to keep playing the victim card. Just like after they start the violence, kill Jews, they march down their dead, killed in retaliatory Israeli action to show the world that Israel is the oppressor. They project Gaza as an open-air prison gutter because of Israel made it so. They care more about denigrating and embarrassing Israel than about developing Palestine. Rahul, the preamble of the charter of Hamas that says Israel will continue to exist until Islam obliterates it, just as it obliterated others before it, is based on fundamentals. The contempt for non-Muslims is real and defiling and absolute in Islam. For how long will we blink our eyes to it? Do not take disbelievers as friends unless they convert, and kill them if they refuse 489. And among the non-believers of Islam, Jews have been specially condemned, called the worst of creatures, condemned to hellfire, called apes, led by Satan, called pigs, eternally cursed. Finally, Rahul, just 30 seconds about this widespread execrable support for Hamas actions here in India. Well, I've said this before. Tera mera rishta kya, la ilaha illallah. Indian Muslims who have never marched demanding rehabilitation of 7 lakh Kashmiri Hindus, victims of genocide living in exile, are not only marching now in support of Palestinians and Hamas, but also marched and rioted in Azad Maidan demanding India rehabilitate Rohingya Muslims. But then again, finally to finish, I ask a simple question. What made Ambedkar write about Islam in the manner that he did? Was he Islamophobic? Was he Sanghi? Was he a right-winger? Why then did he say that Muslims are a separate nations, that they have contempt and enmity against non-Muslims, that Islam is incompatible with local government, that a true Muslim can never regard non-Islamic land as his mother country? Why did Ambedkar say this? Rahul, why are we trying to solve a millennia-old problem without analyzing why the problem exists? It simply cannot be cured. Rahul, first of all, can I please send you my address for you to give us gift hampers, because you made us listen to our good friend Mr. Binoy for 11 minutes. I can't remember, even in JNU I haven't heard the harebrained rationalizations of communists for more than 2 or 3 minutes. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. And for him saying that he's CPI, not CPIM, well, that's a line. You're saying somebody's Al-Zawahiri and not Osama bin Laden. But as by way of analogy, by the way. But let me just expose him in 10 seconds flat. He says he fights for persecuted Muslims everywhere, including Palestine, right? Can this CPI MP, Mr. Binoy, unequivocally condemn China for interning 1.5 Uyghur Muslims in concentration, 1.5 million Uyghur Muslims in concentration camps and feeding them pork and mass sterilizing them? Condemn China right now.
And call China a terrorist state.
To me,
Yes, sir.
to me,
Question to you. Yes.
I shall do it provided you condemn the
There we go.
BJP government in Manipur who
we
nakedly paraded a woman, 2 women in Manipur.
Sir,
First
you know
do
it's
it,
not
then
the
I shall do
BJP
it.
government that
First do
paraded
it.
any lady.
In our
Please,
country,
that's not right.
in this great
That's a
country of
factual
India,
inaccuracy.
in
I'm
BJP
sorry, that's
government
that
paraded
doesn't fly.
2
That
women
is,
naked.
that doesn't even
How
fly.
shameless they are,
Condemn it
Rahul.
first. Condemn it.
That doesn't fly.
Then you run to China.
Okay.
From Israel, you run to China.
That
But when
doesn't.
Muslims
back
are
to
being
India.
held in concentration
Come
camps
back
in
to India,
China,
Manipur.
cat gets their tongue.
This is
These
your
are the
way of
people.
debate.
It's shocking.
From
It's
Israel,
absolutely
from
shocking.